but last evening, the entire nation stood up and saluted heroes who are leading the fight against the coronavirus. But it is shocking that some of these same warriors, the corona heroes, are being discriminated against. 2 airlines have released statements in the last 24 hours alleging their staff has faced ostracization for doing their job. Tonight, I want to urge all Indians, give up this corona racism, celebrate the corona heroes, thank the heroes, end this discrimination. It's because of these heroes that you and I are getting access to essential commodities and emergency services. Let's debate.
They are leading from the front in this battle against coronavirus. Those in the aviation sector, especially airline crew, have been working round the clock, doing their job to ensure you and I aren't inconvenienced. National carrier Air India has even carried out evacuation operations in China and Italy to bring back stranded Indians. So far, over 1,300 people have been brought back from Wuhan, Milan and Rome because of their selfless service. Today, they are the ones facing ostracization. Both Air India and Indigo have issued statements.
That there are some instances where our employees have been ostracized from their communities as a result of their line of duty and travel history. The nation gave a standing ovation, which was yesterday, and it also reads that our operational crew in all areas play an equally important role to keep vital services intact.
Not just airline crew. People from the northeast are also facing racial discrimination. A woman from Manipur was spat on and called coronavirus in Delhi. Such instances have been witnessed globally. Even Donald Trump has been called out for calling coronavirus a Chinese virus.
It's not racist at all, no, not at all. It comes from China. That's why. It comes from China. I want to be accurate.
India, it's time to go beyond symbolism. Don't just applaud, stand firmly with our COVID heroes. Let's debate.
Okay, we start with Rohit Datta, who is a COVID survivor. And Rohit, I want to ask you, yesterday we spoke, that what in your view should be done to people who are targeting the emergency services? We've seen cases where doctors, nurses, those at the forefront, 2 airlines, Air India, Indigo, releasing statements that our people are being targeted because they're at the front line. And some people think, if the people who are at the front line live in our housing society, then we're exposed. What should be done with these people? How do you feel about it as a COVID survivor?
Hello, Arnab, Jai Hind. I feel that I think it is not the time now to see, but we should take a note of all these people and it should be taken in for doing all these stuffs. This is really very bad.
I think so, but I think RP Singh, we've been talking about people who are making the fight against COVID difficult, and I think those people who target the heroes are as bad as those people who violate the lockdown.
Well,
absolutely, these people should be locked down. These people should be, we should wait for a while.
All those doctors, all those airline staff, all those policemen, all those people who are providing us basic services, they are the real heroes. I mean, people were just sitting before this debate on your channel, 5 doctors, they are the real heroes who were, it was such a informative debate. I mean, you had, just before this debate, you got your cameraman here. I mean, people who are risking their life to ensure this message goes across. I mean, and then how can one try to not allow these people to enter the society? I'm hopeful the local authorities, whoever there are, the SDMs and the police should immediately come into action and then help these people and also ensure that it gives a very strict message.
Yeah, I think without that, people need to realize now, Anand, that without these heroes, their lives will be completely displaced. Whether it is the sanitation workers, the airline crew who've been flying in and out, the banking personnel who are keeping our ATMs going, the people who are the cleaning staff who are still cleaning the roads every day, the people who are picking up our garbage, the people who are out there, the journalists out there, the reporters who are out there on the field getting the information, and you know, there are people from so many sections of our society who are doing this. And I think, Anand, what's the point if we stand and applaud the Corona warriors for a while, but then we don't protect those people, you know, who are making things tick in this country, from the rag picker in Mumbai to the forces on the border to housing colonies, apartment complexes. Everybody cheered. I was appalled today that some of the heroes were being shunted and shifted out from their own homes. I was embarrassed when I heard that Indigo was compelled to put out a press release.
Yes, absolutely, Arnab. You know, I think it's one of those things that you realize that you may have a drug or a vaccine for a known disease of a virus, but for this virus that has infected our society, I really don't know what the cure is. I mean, here are the people who are working round the clock, and I'm not just talking about the doctors and the nurses. And you know, talking of doctors and nurses, in Italy you should see the photographs that are coming out of nurses when they remove their mask after 10 hours. You know, it's just harrowing. And these are and you know, I'm sure doctors and nurses in India are going to face the same onslaught in a few weeks from now. And it's not just about doctors, it's about the police, it's about the postal workers, it's about all the people that are crucial for the working of society. It's about the airline pilots, of the stewardesses. How can we as a society accept this fact that you have these people who like, you know, with their thali who are beating and kind of honoring them 1 minute, and the other minute they're not allowing them entry? I mean, it just, you know,
it's disgraceful.
No cure for
no, it's disgraceful. Also, I'll give you one more example here, Anand. You know, it is shameful. I saw in Delhi there was a case.
It is.
There was a case out there in Delhi. Vikram Singh, his former DGP, joining us today. A man on a scooter saw a Manipuri girl. He spat on her face with gutka. Yes, and he called her Corona.
This is absolutely
that man is an absolute scoundrel. You know, you don't understand. The Northeast is free from Corona right now. That's what you did. It's unacceptable, and I don't know. I think the only thing in this country is severe punishment. Severe punishment works.
Severe punishment, you very rightly said it. Severe punishment and a deterrent punishment. These are men and women of steel, and for whom the nation can be justifiably proud of. It is a crying shame that what these young and women are capable of doing and what they have done us proud, they have done the nation proud. And to behave in this irresponsible and a cavalier manner means that law should take action, and a deterrent and an exemplary action needs to be taken. What the world could not do, these young men and women have been able to accomplish. They represent the salt of the earth, and indeed they should be highlighted, glorified and honored. Whatever a great nation can do, we should be doing it, Arnab. And of course, you have set an example and a high benchmark, how to honor them. This is the least a grateful nation can do, because what the world could not do, we in India, through these men and women have.
Viewers, right now,
Yes,
30 states and union territories have announced a lockdown. 3 states have announced a partial lockdown. And I would want to say this to all viewers, to those who may say, oh, we don't want to live close to somebody in the emergency services. Jitendra Bhargav? Yeah, you're saying something. Sorry, I lost you there. Please. Jitendra Bhargav was saying something. We can take this later. Yeah, Jitendra Bhargav. Yeah, yes. Jitendra Bhargav. No, this is not. Jitendra Bhargav.
Yes, Arnab.
Go on.
Arnab, firstly, compliments to you for having taken up the cause, because when Air India management issued a press release, put it out on Twitter, people were so sad as to what has been done.
That was a day when 200 plus people had been brought back from Italy. People were all in good mood. The 5 minute ki tali bajao had just also ended, and it was such a disgrace to see that people from the resident welfare associations where the crew was staying were behaving in this manner. They should have taken pride in the fact that they have amongst them a resident who has rendered human service in evacuating Indian nationals who have been stranded in various parts of the world. What a disgrace it was. And I'm glad that right from Prime Minister downwards, Air India has found support, which will be a great morale booster for the crew. And nobody would shun the responsibility. Air India has had a track record of evacuating people from various parts of the world. Imagine if this kind of a treatment is meted out, how would employees volunteer to say, okay, we are willing? As it is, they're risking getting infected with the disease because you could be having passengers on board, and yet this is the treatment. It's a very, very sad situation.
You know, Air India flights 1348 and 1349 played a pivotal role in evacuating Indians and foreigners from all this corona hit virus Wuhan. A quarantined cruise ship, Diamond Princess in Japan, where 76 Indians and 36 foreign nationals were rescued. I think it's time to be a little bit more thankful. Anand, I would only say one thing before I hand over to you. People are saying, oh, we don't want to live close to one of these heroes. We are going to be selfish. We are going to think about ourselves. We are going to say that we will ostracize the heroes. We are very happy that they are working for us, but they cannot live among us. So then to those people, I want to ask, if you don't want to live with them, then how can you please for a moment imagine your life without them? If you want to not live with the doctors, imagine your life without the doctors. If you don't want to live with the fumigation workers, imagine your life without them. If you don't want to live next to people who work in news organizations because they are reporting now, I want you to imagine your life without those news organizations. Where will you get your information from? And if you don't want to live among Air India staff, then why do you say we are so proud that India rescued so many people? What if any of your family members had to be on an Air India flight? It's ridiculous. And so we need to emphasize this point. You don't want to live with them?
And that is...
Are you prepared to live without them?
Exactly. And Arnab, I just like to add, Arnab, you know, let these people who are objecting, let them close their eyes and imagine that their child was stuck in Rome or Milan or in northern Italy for 20 days. And then an Air India plane got them home. Imagine that. Would they still have ostracized these pilots and Air India crew? This is the problem, you know. We never think, what if the shoe is on the other foot? You know, this is the tragedy, and we've seen this time and again with HIV positive patients. And so, you know, as I said, this is a disease that as yet does not have a cure in our country.
You know, I want to go back to RP and to Vikram Singh out here. I think we are still being very soft, RP. I personally think we have said, let's all cooperate, let's work together.
Let me take it further, Arnab.
Yes.
No, making them imagine their relative is stuck in Rome or other part of the world. One of my relatives is stuck in Iran right now. We know what is happening to us, what family is undergoing. But leave that aside. We should, I don't know where do they stay. Local garbage guys should not pick up garbage for next 3 days, and they will understand. From there, let them have that. Let it pinch. Let this happen to him. Then they will understand.
That's a good suggestion.
The point is, can those who are ostracizing...
I totally second the sentiment of every esteemed member of the panel.
Yeah.
And I would strongly recommend that a grateful nation place on record the deepest sense of gratitude for all the crew members and all the wonderful men and women of STEAM who did what they did.
Yeah.
It is a record of sorts, not only at the national level, but at the international level. And anybody who ostracizes them is a disgrace and should be, in turn, I would not say be ostracized, but law should take its own course.
Absolutely. Well, I think that even that's being mild. Viewers, I thank the panel. We stay together and we stay home. We thank the heroes and we fight the fake news. But more importantly, at the end of the show tonight, I say that we believe that we can correct this and we will win. I'll see you once again at 9 o'clock tomorrow. Republic will be covering the fight against coronavirus non-stop. Stay home, everyone. Stay safe. Good night and goodbye.